The hopes of a besieged people disappearing in the smoke above what's left of eastern Ghouta. No civilians out, no aid in. Despite a Russian-ordered pause in the bombing campaign against the rebel-held enclave. Over almost before it began, just like the UN Security Council's call over the weekend for a 30-day truce across the country. Now, reports of yet another affront to Syria's suffering civilians.
They were withholding the aid that had been delivered and then using these women for sex.
Aid workers say they raised the alarm 3 years ago after speaking with Syrian refugee women in Jordan, who said local men hired by international agencies to distribute aid in Syria were using it to force women into sex. A fact-finding report by the UN Population Fund has backed up the allegations, saying examples were given of women or girls marrying officials for a short period of time for sexual services in order to receive meals.
The allegations that
a UN refugee agency spokesman said the previous allegations had been unsubstantiated, but that the UN had worked to ensure women receiving aid are protected.
But the mere suggestion that the UN can somehow control the situation in a war zone and the implied conclusion that we can somehow turn this on and off is rather simplistic.
Critics say that's not good enough, especially in the wake of recent scandals involving aid workers accused of sexual assault.
Then what you're essentially saying is that you can't guarantee that aid gets to the beneficiaries that you're targeting.
Some aid agencies say they have worked to reduce risk of abuse by not handing aid over to local councils for distribution. For the people of eastern Ghouta, though, there appears to be no relief in sight of any kind at all. Margaret Evans, CBC News, London.